Okay, then how to link an external style sheet to a web page. I am sharing the screen with you for this. This is the program and we have written the HTML tag. After that, the title or external styles we have given here already. Okay, link type equals to text forward slash, and this is the syntax style of writing external style sheet, linking external style sheet to our web page. After that, we have written the tables tag, the paragraph tag we have given normally without giving any formatting effect to it, without giving any attribute to it, because we have already defined the attribute values for these tags in our external style sheet, that is sample.css. So this is the way for designing a external style sheet. Now let me share the next topic, using multiple types of style sheet together. Yes, how can we use multiple types of style sheet together? It means in a document we can include three style sheet like inline style, internal style sheet and external style sheet together. And how can we use this? And what is the precedence order of the style sheet? Precedence order is inline style. Here you can see this is inline style have the higher precedence over the internal style sheet, and internal style sheet have the higher precedence over the external style sheet. It means if we have these three style sheet in our web page, then the first importance is of inline style. When there are 15 or more than 15 heading 1 tag, in which in these heading 1 tag we have given the all the attribute values in external style sheet, then what will do? What will happen? Then the formatting effects that we have given with our external style sheet for the heading 1 tag will be affect to the whole web page heading 1. Okay, but in any line we have given the formatting effect for h1 tag in inline style, then it will be affected firstly. Okay, for that line only it will be affected firstly, because the higher precedence is of inline style, higher importance is of inline style. So this is the way how we can insert all types of style sheet in our web page, inline, internal and external, and this is the precedence order, and this is known as cascading order or cascading rule. Then the next topic is colors and background. In this section we are going to discuss properties pertaining to color and background of style sheet. Wait a minute, I am sharing the screen with you. Yes, CSS elements, its properties, and in our syllabus there are color, background color, background images and background. Okay, these are known as CSS properties or components of CSS. So firstly we will take foreground color through color property. If we want to apply the foreground color, then this is the syntax for writing the foreground color. Wait a minute. Yes, this syntax will be used for giving foreground color. It means text color, etc. So we have to specify the selector first. What is selector? Any tag name is known as selector. Like table is a selector because this is a tag name. H1 is also selector, H3 is also selector. So if we want to specify a color for a selector, then we have to write selector outside the curly braces. Okay, put that. After that, write the color only. If you write color, it means you are giving the foreground color, means the text color. After giving the colon sign, write the value for it. You can write the red, green, blue, etc. for giving the color name, or you can write the RGB values. What are RGB values? RGB values are, here you can see RGB values are in this form. You can write in this form, or you can write the hexadecimal codes for this. Like in this syntax, there is hexadecimal code is written. This is hexadecimal code. You can write the code for giving a color, because every color have a special code. Like lime color is of 00 FF00 value. Okay, so you can, if you want to give the lime color to your paragraph, then you can write it. Here this color is for H1 heading. It means your heading will be in H1 form and of color lime. Okay, so this is the syntax style for giving the foreground color. For giving the background color, what will we do? For giving background color, this is the syntax for background color. Only learn this syntax, because background color we want to apply in our body section. Then write the body tag here. After curly braces, put the background color attribute here. Okay, right, background color equals to, then you can put directly the color name, or you can put the code name, and then close the braces. Okay, so it will be specify a special color. You can give the background color for a heading 1 also. You can see in this example, here is in heading 1 color name, and after background color is this. So you can specify this type. Then specify background image through background image property. When you want to specify background image, then try for this background color and background image. For giving background picture, you have to write background image. This attribute will be applied for giving background image, and you have to specify the URL of the picture that you want as your web page background. And you can see the effect here. This will be the effect when you specify an image background. Okay, now we will discuss about font family. Font and font family properties related to fonts, because only 3 properties are in our syllabus: font family, font style, and font size. And what are the difference between these properties we will discuss now. Wait a minute. Yes, properties related to fonts are font family, font style, font variant, font size, and font weight. And there are some differences between these. What is font family? First property is of font is font family, and font family is used to define a list of fonts that should be prioritized to be used to display a given element or web page. It means in font family you will write the different font names like Arial, Times New Roman or Thyma, etc. And if there is the Arial font in your computer, then your font will be in Arial look. But if due to some reason there is uh, Arial font is not available in your computer, then the next font that you have given is a font family, like you have given first on the first position Arial, second Times New Roman, and third Thyma. Then if Arial is not present in your computer, then Times New Roman will work. Okay, and your font will be displayed as Times New Roman. So this is known as family name. Name of the font is its family name. So what is the definition of family name? Name of the font is its family name. Okay. After that, what is generic family? Definition of generic family means generic family can best be described as group of family names. Family name is name of the font, and group of family names with uninformed appearances is known as generic family. Like sans serif is a family name, and which is a collection of fonts without feet. You can say that serif. In serif family, generic family, what are the font style? Times New Roman, Garamond, and Georgia. Okay, these are in the serif family. It means this is the group of family names. There is another family that is known as sans serif. It means it have three types of family names: Trebuchet, Arial, and Vardhana. Now see this family name monospace. It have Courier, Courier New, and Endole Mono family name. Okay, so these are the special family name, and these are known as generic family. Then why we use these generic families? When you list fonts for your website, you naturally start with the most preferred font followed by some alternative fonts. Like when we are writing any program, we will give firstly the first preference to our best choose font. Like if I want to design a web page and I am giving the H1 tag for this, and Arial font is my best choose, then I prefer it for first position. Okay, so I have to write like this Arial. If due to any reason there is Arial font is not in my computer, or I have not installed it previously, then what will happen? If Arial font is not in computer, then Vardhana font will works. If Vardhana is also not there, then what will happen? The sans serif family's font will be displayed on the screen. Okay, because Arial Vardhana is also from sans serif family, generic family. So this is the writing style. For H1 tag we can write the font family is Arial. If there is not Arial available, then Vardhana will place, and if not Vardhana is there, then any one font name will be applied from the sans serif family. Then if for H2 heading, I prefer Times New Roman, but if there is no Times New Roman available in my computer, then from serif family any else font type can be displayed. Okay, because sans serif have the Times New Roman, Garamond, or Georgia font styles. Okay, so this is the font family and its property. Then specify style of font through font style. What is font style meaning? Style of font. Style of font can be oblique or italic. Okay, a font can be displayed in different styles such as italics or normal, etc. You can see this example. In this example, this is normal font style and this is italic font style and this is oblique font style. There is some differences between them. Now see how can you give the different font style to your special tags, like when we are using it with H6 heading, then we have put the font family is as Times New Roman and then serif. It means Time New Roman is not available in my computer, then serif from serif family any else font will be work. After that, giving the colon sign, I will put the other attribute for the H6 heading, like font style. Font style should be oblique. This is, now see the next tag P. P for paragraph, and after curly braces I have put the font style equals to a font style, then colon sign, then italic. It means all the font in the paragraph will be italicized. But what is the difference between italic versus oblique? Here you can see this is italic text, this is oblique font style. But in real, what is the difference? Italic forms are generally cursive, as you can see in this picture. All the letters are in cursive style. But when we are using oblique as a value, then these are the sloped, slanted. These letters are slanted. Oblique faces are typically sloped version of the regular faces. Okay, so italic is in cursive writing and oblique, it means these are sloped version of the regular face. Okay, now although this is not in our syllabus, the variant property, but I am telling you briefly. Variant means font can be displayed in two variants, normal font or small caps form. Here you can see the difference. In the first picture, first line, you can see this is a normal combination of upper and lower. This is the normal font. But see this second line. This is small caps representation. This is, it means it is in small caps font. So writing this type of text, we have to use this syntax, like for heading 3 we want font variant equals to small caps, and heading 4 we want to give the normal font variant equals to normal. So we can specify it. A small caps font, what is the difference between normal and small caps font? A small caps font is a font that uses smaller sized capitalized letter. This is in small size but in capital letter. Okay, so this is the difference between normal font and small caps font. Small caps font have smaller letters with capitalized font. These all characters are in capital letters. Okay, so this is the variant property for the font. Then specify text heaviness through font weight property. Heaviness means normal, one is normal font and the next is bold letters. Bold letters means the font is in thick color. So Font weight specify the boldness or heaviness for font. A font can be set to the either normal or bold via property font weight. Let's see what are the properties for the font weight. What are the values can be for the font weight? These are normal. Here you can see in this line, these are the properties, property values for the font weight. These are normal, bold, bolder, lighter, 100, 200, 300 and up to 900. You have to remember this property. Okay. After that, how can you specify the font weight? Font weight means if we want to detect our text is in bold color or normal font, then we can set the values for that font by using the font weight attribute. Here you can see in this example for H1 heading we have given the font weight 800 and for paragraph normal. So this is the writing style. Then specify size of text. Size of text through font size property. We can specify the font size in pixels, point size, percentage and em. Okay. Wait a minute. Yes. So this is the table for you. We can specify the font size in pixels, percentage, pt, em and percentage. Okay. So here the units pt specify the font size in absolute. These are the name and types of the attributes for font size. Px means pixel. This is the type of pixels is absolute. We have to specify the absolute or perfect value for the pixel. A single dot on a monitor is known as pixel and the number of dots per inches depend on the resolution of the monitor. So we can specify the font size in pixel values or pt. pt in point is also a absolute value. It means the decided value, and point is 1 by 72 of an inch, 1 inch. Okay, 1 by 72 of an inch is known as pt or point. Then em is relative value. It means it depends on your monitor or screen. 1 em is equal to the font size for the current font. It means if your current font is of size 20, then relative to it, it will be changed. Like 3 em means triple the size. What will the next size? 3 em means 60 em. Okay. Then percentage, this is also a relative value, and percentage specify a value relative to the current value. Okay. So these are the font size properties, and you can write like this font size after giving colon sign as you do every time, and then 30 pixels, 16 point, 120 percentage or 2 em you can specify. Then compiling all the properties through font property. It means using the font shorthand property, it is possible to cover all the different font properties in single property. It means if you want to specify for a paragraph all types of font properties, then you can specify all together like this. For paragraph, here you can see these are all the font properties. Font style should be italic, font weight should be 500, font size equals to 14 pixel. In font family should be Vardhana. In Vardhana is not installed in your computer, then sans serif family will display that font type. Okay, so you can compile all the properties through font property. Okay. Now next one is, this is not in our syllabus, text is not our in syllabus. Then I am telling you about the margins. What are margins? The margin is the distance from each side to the neighboring element or the borders of the document and is specified through four properties. Margin is the space between the content and the border of the content and the page. Okay, you can specify the margin is left, right, top and bottom margin, but the syntax should be same. Remember this thing, the syntax should be like this. This is compulsory to write the margin values is this. Like firstly you have to specify top margin in pixels, after that right margin, after bottom right margin and left margin. This syntax, this type of syntax is compulsory for giving the margins. Firstly you have to specify top, then right, then bottom and left. So margins value should be given like this. You can also write like this, like margins 100 pixel, 40 pixel, 20 pixel and 70 pixel. What it means? It means the top margin is 100 pixel, the right margin is 40 pixel, the bottom margin is 20 pixel and the left margin is 70 pixel, because the syntax is top, right, bottom and left. Okay, so remember this. Then the next topic is, wait a minute, text is not in our syllabus, properties related to text are not in our syllabus. Now we have discussed the margin, and now I am telling about you the border properties. Wait a minute, I am sharing the screen. It's not in the part of, yes, borders. What are borders? Borders provide mechanism to decorate things, and they can also be used for separating two things. By using borders we can separate two things. Okay, so properties belong to borders are width, color, style and border. Firstly we will take border width property. Border width can take the value thin, medium and thick. You can see here, these are the various border widths. This is thin, this is thin, this is medium and this is thick. Okay, so these all are the border properties, border width properties. So specify this by using this type of syntax. Border width equals to thick you can give, border width equals to 3 pixels you can give. You can specify in pixel form or normally. Okay, you can also specify the border color by using the border color attribute and then write its property. So this is the way for using these tags. Now type of border style property define the type of border. Here you can see the different type of borders: dotted, dashed, solid, groove, ridged, insert, etc. And you can also specify none or hidden if you don't want to display the border in your table or in your heading, etc. So if you want to specify with the heading tag the border style outset, it means this type of border will be applied, outset type. Okay, So these are the properties, these are the values for the various types of borders. You can specify any of these. So the last one part is limitation of CSS. As you know, through CSS we can design a more attractive web page, and we need not to write the same code again and again, but here are some limitations also with the CSS. In that limitations contain not same across different browsers. It means CSS is very limited in browser compatibility. If you are using the Internet Explorer for CSS, and if you are when you will run this program on the other type of browser like UC browser or Mozilla Firefox, it will be displayed differently. Your web page will displayed differently. It means CSS is very limited in browser compatibility. When you design a web page, you want it to display exactly as you like it, like the heading should be in that color, that font, your paragraph should be in that color or that font, etc. But when you put this web page to other browser like Mozilla Firefox or UC browser, then it will be affect differently. So this is the limitation of CSS. Next limitation is can easily be overridden. It means anyone can edit your code that you have written in CSS. So this is also the limitation of CSS. Now we have completed our chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.